Hi guys, so if all was gone to plan, you should have seen a little montage of Play Expo from last weekend there, which I only filmed a little bit of, and hopefully there's a little montage that's just come up on the screen before me. Also some stills from Arcade Club, which Simon Locke very kindly sent me, which was a great night. That was the Saturday night at Arcade Club. So basically we did the usual meet up on Friday night, a few people around for the meet up, and then Play Expo on the Saturday. And a lot of people skipped the Expo this year to go straight to Arcade Club on the Saturday, because it was the UK VAC annual meetup on the Saturday night, where Alex was unveiling his Sky Skipper arcade cabinet. And if you don't know all about that, you can go down into the description and go to Alex Nintendo Arcade's channel and watch his videos on this Sky Skipper thing, because I won't go into it, it'll take me ages to explain, but really exciting project. And it was kind of the European unveiling. They've done a unveiling earlier in the year in America, so this is the European unveiling, and it was really busy at Arcade Club. Really good night as always there. Great seeing everyone, but really great to actually be there for the kind of unveiling of Sky Skipper, and I got to play it, which is really good. It was really good fun. Really great achievement those guys have done. So basically I've got a little list of people to say hello to that I met, etc., because I always write a list, because otherwise I'll forget, and I probably will still forget. If I forget your name, I'm really sorry, but old age and all that, the memory's not all there. But yeah, yeah, like I said, Friday night, because I went up with 4 mates, and we kind of met up in the Trafford Centre with everybody and had a few drinks, and then we had a very late dinner about 10 PM because they couldn't get us a table until 10, because there's quite a few of us. So on the Friday night, Tube was there, where obviously Simon Locke, who I mentioned, who very kindly sent me the pictures from Arcade Club, and yeah, met Simon quite early on. And then Matt Soul Funk Retro was up there, Paul C, Lee, Calling All Nerds, who was formerly Retro Gamer Addict. Raz came all the way over from Sweden. Raz very kindly had me to stay earlier in April, if you saw the video. And yeah, Raz came over from Sweden, met up with Raz pretty early on as well. And then a bit later, when we were at the pub before going for the meal, met up with Luke, Bass Invader. Now Luke, I think it was his first event ever. It's my first time meeting him after chatting to him for, you know, 2-3 years, and first time meeting everyone, so we all know how that can be. I remember when I first went to my first meet up in Blackpool, and you kind of, it's very overwhelming meeting everybody at once, you know, but I think he had a great time and a great weekend. So if you're watching this, Luke, great to meet you, and hopefully you can make another one soon. And then yeah, we went for the meal just after 10, and then Rob, Rockstar Runner 7, also came, who came all the way over from Finland. So we had a couple of guys come a really long way for the weekend, so thanks for coming guys, great to see you as always. And then yeah, like I said, on the Saturday, obviously at the Expo, it's always good fun. Just have a few beers and chat to people. I did have a look around. I bought absolutely nothing this year at the Expo. It's my first year where I've bought nothing. I think last year I only bought a couple of games, but this year literally nothing I bought. I do have some pickups to show, because I got some gifts and I did a trade. But yeah, spent 0 at the event, apart from a few beers and what have you. Played a few games, went to see the rare 20th anniversary GoldenEye talk, which was really good. But yeah, who was at the event? So I mean, a couple of people were at the event that I didn't actually run into, like Stephen from Retro and Lim. I knew he was there mooching about, but never actually crossed paths with him. Crossed paths with a couple of people briefly, like Tim, Bad Fuck Up UK. Kind of walked past him, and I had something for him in my bag. I said, I've got something for you, and I'll catch you in a bit, but I didn't see him the whole weekend past then. So Tim, I've still got something for you. Next time I'll have to give it to you. So I ran into Adam, so Amiga Old School, or Adam, one half of Amiga Lads. Chatting to him quite a bit, good to see him. He's quite near me, he lives quite near where I am, so yeah, it's funny kind of seeing him in Manchester, and we haven't seen each other down this way. Russ Russ Newton was there. He wasn't going to come but then came, which is great to see Russ. That was kind of an unexpected treat, and he was with Paul on the back wheel, so nice to see those guys because I wasn't expecting to see him. Dave Price, Infected Flinch, or D&T Games, or whatever you want to call him. He was there with his missus and with Stefan, so great to see them. It was kind of a fleeting thing, like a quick cuddle and hello, and he gave me something which I'll show you shortly. But yeah, always nice to see Dave, top guy. Matt, My Gamer XP, again a very fleeting kind of a meeting, and I was chatting to Wayne Rapaga, the RPG gamer, so I met up with Wayne. He was by the Console Passion because I had something to give him, something he'd bought off me, and yeah, and then Matt turned up and we were just chatting for a while. That was good. Andy Rohn I saw from Galaxy Sega, came over and said hello, so good to see you, Andy. Stu, Tutu UK, and his mate Rob were there at the event and at the arcade club, so good to see those guys. Always a laugh seeing Stu have a few beers. Jay, Cybersnake 7, was at the Expo but didn't go to arcade club unfortunately because he had other things on. But yeah, good seeing Jay. Kim Justice I ran into on the Sunday at the Play Expo and thought, oh, I'll go and say hello. Massive fan of Kim's channel. If you aren't aware of it, go and check it out. I'm sure she doesn't need a shout out from me because, you know, she's got 10 times as many subs as me, but really good channel if you guys haven't seen it. Really good quality stuff and a lot of research and a lot of knowledge there, which I really appreciate. But yeah, great chatting to Kim for a bit on the Sunday. Dow was there. Dow just came up for the Saturday and then had to go back around, I think 7 PM his train was, so he didn't come to Arcade Club unfortunately. But yeah, always good to see Dow, the Retro Godfather. Michael Almond, or however you say it, Michael, please tell me, from Galaxy Sega. He was there. Where did I see him? I think I saw him at Chris's stall. So Chris Richardson, who was also there, he had a stall. Chris, who I actually met through Reddit randomly a couple of years back, but subsequently kind of chat to him on Facebook and buy from him. But yeah, saw those guys. Beeps, I saw Beeps, so finally met Beeps. Brian, I'm sure most of you guys know Beeps. Beeps has done some modding for me, and he mods a lot of people's consoles, and he's quite handy, and he tinkers away in that. But yeah, kind of, it's funny because a lot of people, I never see their face, and obviously you guys see my face more, so I'm more, I guess, more instantly recognisable when you see me. But someone like Beeps, I've never really seen his face. I've seen his Facebook profile picture, but he never goes on camera or anything. So he came up and said, "Oh, Pete," and I said hello, like, you know, wasn't sure who it was. And he said, "It's Beeps." I'm like, "Oh, mate." So yeah, great to meet Beeps. Had a little chat, and then I was hoping to see him at Arcade Club, but I saw his son there, but I didn't see Beeps there. It was really busy. I mean, it was easy to miss people, and you got the 2 floors there. It was crazy. Saw Kieran and Peter, so Peter Dickinson and Kieran Gameboys are awesome. Just very briefly kind of mooching around the stalls, the traders, and I know Peter had to go early because he's picking up keys for a new flat, so I don't know if those guys stayed there that long, but yeah, good to see them. Matt Phillips I saw, and there should be in that montage at the start of this video a little bit of a, you know, footage from Matt's Tanglewood game, which I'm really excited for, which I backed. So I think that's coming out later this year, early next year. But it's looking really good, looking gorgeous. I did have a little play on it at the Expo, but I didn't kind of want to sit there for ages playing it because I have kind of played it before on an earlier build, and I thought let other people have a chance to have a crack at it. But yeah, good to see Matt. Game's looking awesome. Also, hopefully on the footage you saw Matt's little dev kit. He's got this Mega Drive, Mega CD, all-in-one kind of dev unit thing, which they're like hen's teeth now. They're really rare, so it's awesome to see that in person. So yeah, then the Saturday night, a lot of those guys that I've just mentioned were there, but people who went straight to Arcade Club that I didn't see at the Expo were Dave, Retro Dave Nintendo, who I did a trade with there. Good to see Dave. And Craig's here again, was up there, of course. Craig practically lives at Arcade Club, I believe, but he kindly let me stash some stuff in the car, so thanks so much again, Craig, if you're watching this. for letting us do that. Cynic Steve I saw, who also I didn't kind of recognise straight away, because I've only ever seen his face on when Alex Nintendo Arcade did like a room tour at Steve's, but on Steve's videos he doesn't actually really go on camera that often, so it took me a minute to register who it was. But yeah, thanks for coming to say hello, Steve. Really nice guy. At the time when we were having the chat, he had the high score on Skyscraper, so I don't know if he retained that high score till the end of the night. But yeah, yeah, top guy, Steve. Hopefully we run into you again at another event. Ali was there. The retro hunter. Yeah, the retro hunter. Yeah, good to meet him again. I didn't kind of register it was him straight away, because I did meet him at the London Gaming Market a couple of years back. But yeah, unless I'm like seeing everybody's face once a week on a video, it kind of takes me a minute to register. But yeah, great meeting him again, or seeing him rather. Obviously Alex was up there, Alex Nintendo Arcade. He was there doing the Skyscraper unveiling and all that jazz, and he was very, very busy. He was a wanted man obviously that night, so I kind of just sort of said hello and goodbye and well done. Didn't want to take up too much of his time, but yeah, really, really awesome night, Alex. Well done, mate. Daz was there, Cojones de Loro, of course. Went straight up there, missed the Expo out. I know Daz is getting a bit disillusioned with the Expo, but it's more just about the meetup for me. I'm not really fussed about the event. The event could be whatever kind of thing. It's like, it's secondary to meeting up with everyone really. But yeah, Daz was up at Arcade Club. Yeah, good to see Daz as always. Tom King Arthur, who I finally met. Been chatting to Tom for ages, and he, you know, he's been a supporter of the channel for you know, pretty much since I started. So it was awesome to meet him straight away. And again, I've never ever seen his face, so he had to tell me who he was. Yeah, but yeah. I think he was on the stairs with Tootie when I was coming in. So yeah, great to meet Tom. Tom's been apologising profusely on social media ever since for being drunk, but I didn't even notice, mate. I didn't see you causing any trouble, so don't worry. But yeah, that is it. That's everybody I met. I hope I haven't missed anybody out, guys. I'm sure I probably will. But yeah, we went to the Expo on the Sunday for a few hours, and then we got some grub and we headed back, and the traffic was absolute murder on the way back. They closed the M6 entirely, so it took us like hours and hours. So I think it should have been like 3 hours and 10 minutes. I think the sat-nav said 3 hours and 8 minutes when I got in the car to go home, and we got back like 7 hours later. It was honestly, we were on the M6, just sat there, and the traffic wasn't even moving slowly. It just wasn't moving for like an hour, and we eventually got off into a services, and then we got stuck in there and we had to come out the back, blah blah blah. Anyway, you guys don't care, but it took me ages to get back. Absolute fucking nightmare. So let me show you what I did get at the Expo. Gifts and trades and all that jazz. And there is, like I said, there isn't much here. So firstly, as I mentioned, I saw Dave Infected Flinch up there, and he gave me a copy of Monitor, which is just something he's knocked up himself on disc, and printed out a you know, a case. And it's not a physical release, this game. It's on Steam and what have you, Monitor. And I very briefly in the game doing a little bit of voice acting, just 1 or 2 lines. But yeah, really appreciate Dave giving me that. That's awesome. I saw that Kim got given a copy of that game as well, so if you end up watching this, Kim, you have to forgive my terrible voice acting in that little bit, if you can spot it. But yeah, next one was from Dow Retro Godfather, who gave me a copy of Final Fight 1 on the Game Boy Advance, because he said this lady was knocking them out at like £5 each. She had a massive box of them and I couldn't find it anywhere, and then I ended up bumping into Dal again, and he bought me one, so thanks so much for that, Dal. You didn't have to do that. Much appreciated. And then Raz turned up with a gift for me, which is a game from a series that he knows I'm a huge fan of, and that is Escape from Monkey Island on the PS2. I think this is a US copy, yeah. yeah, just games that I mean, the Curse of Monkey Island, Escape from Monkey Island, I haven't actually even played that much. I've played through them like a few times, but it's not a game where I can go to play it and I remember all the puzzles and I just walk through it. Like Monkey Island 1 and 2, I can just walk through that because I've completed them like 100 times each. But these games, I kind of could do with playing a bit more. So yeah, I really appreciate that, Raz. Wasn't expecting anything, so cheers, much appreciated, mate. And then, yeah, a trade I did with Dave. I had a record that I wanted to shift, and Dave said, would you trade for this? And this is a record that I have been after, and I'm gutted I didn't get at the time, and it is the Datadisc Super Hang-On. And I don't buy all of them, as you know. I just kind of buy the ones that I want to listen to. So sometimes I will buy one, like what was it, the Galaxy Force and Thunderblade one. I bought that and I listened to it once and I thought, like, realistically I'm not going to listen to this often, so I moved it on. But generally I'll just buy the ones that I'm actually going to listen to. But yeah, it's a limited edition one, it's a really nice nick. And yeah, I had a record that I just decided, look, I'm not really going to listen to this, I will move it on. And at the time when the Super Hang-On one came out, I thought, oh, I'll skip that one, I'm not that fussed. And then subsequently thought, actually, that's the soundtrack that I probably would like to listen to a fair bit. So yeah, straight swap with Dave, spot on. Cheers again, Dave. Hope you're happy with your side of the deal as well. So yeah, I've probably waffled on long enough, guys. I just want to say that if you are on the fence and you haven't been to an event and you're thinking of going to one of these expos and is it good, yeah, just go. Like, go there, meet up with everybody and just get stuck in. Like people have said before, and people like Tutti have reiterated this comment, you know, when they talk about the expos, that you can't come to one of these events and stay on the sidelines and expect to kind of get involved. You've got to do it yourself. You've got to go and you just got to jump in and say hello to everyone and meet everyone, and then that's it. Like, you know, you'll be welcomed, and everyone's really welcoming. When I went to my first event, everyone was so welcoming, I couldn't believe it. And everybody now who comes to these events always say the same thing, that everybody's very welcoming, everybody's friendly, and they always have a good time. And yeah, I mean, there's beers and there's loads of stuff to play, and there's stuff to buy if you are that way inclined, and just chat to everybody. So yeah, 100% get yourself to one of the Play Expos near you. There's one coming up in Blackpool in February, I believe. But yeah, get down there, come and say hello. If you guys ever see me at an event, come and say hello. I don't bite. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks again to everyone I saw and had a good time with on the weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.